vitias alii praeponent, bonum alii valetudinem, alii potentiam, alii honores, multi etiam voluptates. Some prefer riches, some good health, some power, some office, many even prefer sensual pleasures. Qui autem in virtute summum bonum ponent, praeclaude illi quidem. Those, however, who place the greatest good in virtue make an admirable decision. Cicero was born in 106 BC in the town of Arpinum to an equestrian family. Arpinum is to the southeast of Rome and is now known as Arpino. The name Cicero means chickpea in Latin, which is the cognomen of Marcus Tullius Cicero. He was called chickpea because one of his ancestors, apparently his nose, resembled a chickpea. Aside from his political exploits, he had a good life. He married a woman named Terentia for 20 years, and then they divorced. He died in 43 BC when he was assassinated after Mark Antony wanted him dead and put him on a death list. So here we have Atticus, Cicero's good friend, as well as his banker and accountant.
Hello, I'm Titus Pomponius Atticus, and I was Cicero's accountant and his publisher, but more importantly, I was his best friend, and we corresponded through letters for most of our adult lives. He would share with me what he was doing in Rome, and I would help him make decisions and give him my support on his political actions. I was even there when when the Catilinarian conspirators were executed. I headed up the equestrians. Although, towards the end of Cicero's career, he kind of stopped listening to me, especially as he gained more power. When he was looking for a supporter for his Concordia Ordinum, he wanted to go with Pompey, but I tried to dissuade him from it, because as I saw it, Pompey was just taking advantage of him, but in the end, he made his own decision.
Quo usque tandem abutere Catilinia patientia nostra, quam Dio etiam furor iste tuus nos eludet, quem ad finem sese effrenata Jacobit audacia. How long, Catiline, will you abuse our patience? For how long will that very madness of yours mock us? To what end will your unbridled audacity hurl itself around? Cicero had an incredible political career. He began as a lawyer, but rose through the cursus honorum to become a novum homum. That is, he was the first man in his family to achieve political office. He had a sort of grand political scheme, or philosophy, called the Concordia Ordinum, which means harmony of the classes. It was a basic structure, much like Plato's Republic, having to do with the upper classes ruling and the lower plebeians benefiting off of the rule of the upper classes, and the Senate governing all the people. During what is called the Second Catilinian Conspiracy, a man named Catiline, who we will meet in a moment, wanted to overthrow the Senate and effectively cause the fall of Rome. And he wanted to murder Cicero. But Cicero was warned, and he condemned Catiline in front of the Senate, causing Catiline to have to flee Rome. Additionally, Cicero declined joining the first triumvirate. He did not support Caesar's rise to power when that occurred because he considered it to be anti-republican. It went against his Concordia Ordinum. Here we have Catiline.
Oh, my name is Catiline, and I was a Roman senator. And I had this brilliant plot to overthrow the Senate, and it was going to be great. But then that rat bastard Cicero had me condemned by the Senate, and I fled the city and was killed. I don't know how I'm telling you this right now, but that's what happened to me.
Haec habui de amicitia quae diceram, vos autem hortor ut ita virtutum locetis, sine qua amicitia esse non potest, ut ea excepta nihil amicitia praestabilis putetis. This is what I have to say about friendship, but I exhort you to put virtue, without which friendship cannot exist, in such a position that you may think that with the exception of virtue, nothing is more excellent than friendship.